guys, welcome back to CLOWNFISH TV. This is Kneon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And Paul Feig is back.
Yeah, you found this last night.
I did, and I actually saved it to archive because I was afraid they were going to delete it because it actually had, the link to it had disappeared. But it's still out there. I had it pulled up. We were busy today. It was Memorial Day, doing Memorial Day stuff.
Yeah, we had to go buy a new air conditioner too because ours broke, so we didn't have
95.
We didn't have time to do this until now. But yeah, he actually archived it because he was afraid it was going to get pulled.
Yeah, so this is, okay, so after they announced the Snyder Cut, Paul Feig, director of Ghostbusters 2016, said he's got a 3.5-hour cut of Ghostbusters that he wants to drop on the world.
Of course, because it was actual fan demand for the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, so nobody asked for this. I think he's sort of seizing the opportunity now that Ghostbusters Afterlife has been pushed back to next year. Like, ooh, I can get more Ghostbusters 2016.
I don't think people are going to go for it. I don't think Sony's going to go for it.
No, people didn't go for it. They actually were like, are you freaking serious? It was too long as it was.
Right, so then he has a reason why people don't want it.
The reason people did not like Ghostbusters 2016 is because of Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, that was...
Blame Hillary.
There are some stretches out there. We see some articles that really stretch, or some logics that stretch. But this one has just stretched so far, I can't even.
This is coming from The Wrap. Paul Feig thinks that the female-led Ghostbusters backlash had to do with the 2016 election. Filmmaker thinks his remake was intertwined with Hillary's campaign.
No, that's not what happened. People, I don't think they didn't go see Ghostbusters because of Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, 4 years after the Ghostbuster remake with the all-female cast flopped, the director still believes the backlash the film spawned had to do with the larger political and cultural trends surrounding the 2016 election.
No, it didn't.
It was because nobody wanted another Ghostbusters. They didn't want a reboot of Ghostbusters.
Right. Most people, like I said, I've said this before. The number one comment I saw when this went down was, why do we need another one? Everybody was like, we don't need another Ghostbusters. That was the number one comment. The number two comment usually was, but why don't we just do a mixed cast and make it like their kids or something? Or why can't they just be, even if it's all women, why can't they just be their kids or something like that so we can kind of have a continuation instead of a reboot? Those were the two comments we saw the most. Had nothing to do with it being all female. It was about, well, why don't we just want to make them their kids and continuing it or something like that. It was not what they kept saying it was about.
No, but because Donald Trump took pot shots at the movie, that's why the movie bombed, according to the director.
Really? Because everybody, but I thought no one cared what Donald Trump thought. That's what you have to pick a side, people. So he said in an interview Friday with SiriusXM, the director noted Donald Trump went on the attack against the film in January 2015. Yeah, that's it. That's what it was.
That's it. Via Instagram video, which everybody saw it. They're making Indiana Jones without Harrison Ford. You can't do that. Trump said in a rant that would echo many of his campaign speeches. Now they're making Ghostbusters with only women. What's going on? I think some really brilliant author needs to write a book about 2016, how intertwined we were with Hillary and the anti-Hillary movement, he said. Everyone was at a boiling point. Okay, so
I've never seen anybody say they didn't go see Ghostbusters because of Hillary Clinton. Have you?
No. I don't know if it was having... Okay, this is where it gets batshit. I don't know if it was having an African-American president for 8 years that they were teed up and they were just ready to explode.
Yeah, that's what it was. They didn't want Patty because the president had been black.
What the hell? Seriously.
It can't be because my movie sucked. It can't be my fault.
Be.
It can't be because, I made a shitty movie that people didn't like that, made every dude in the movie look stupid or like an asshole. It can't be because of that. It had to be because people hate women.
He went on, it's crazy how people got nuts about women trying to be empowered. No.
That wasn't what happened.
No, you were remaking Ghostbusters. Okay, which is kind of dicey to begin with. You don't, that's one of those movies that, like, you don't remake Ghostbusters. Remaking Ghostbusters with the sole intention of slamming dudes.
Yeah.
And people saw through the bullshit. Now, I will agree that 2016 is when things got nuts, but this is when we started to see the battle lines drawn between the studios and the media,
right,
and the fans.
Right, and that's a bigger part of it. What happened with the studios and the media and how they responded to the fans saying, like, wait, why do we need another Ghostbusters? And making that a you hate women? That is more to do with why the movie failed than anything. The behavior from both the studios and the media towards fans turned a lot of people off, and a lot of people did not go see the movie.
Yeah, it was a statement. It wasn't because they were frothing at the mouth and they were Trump supporters is because they're like, no, we're tired of being preached at. We're tired of being told that we're awful people. I'm not going to give you money. I'm not going to pay you to insult me.
A lot of people thought the casting choices weren't that great either.
No.
So, there's a lot of people who had problems with the casting choices, not because they're women, because they were actresses that usually were like raunchy humor sometimes, and they're like,
But I'm like, let it go. Why is everybody so like we read these articles and here we are, 4 years later, we read articles current year where they're blaming Star Wars on Trump 4 years ago. Like what?
What they blame it on before Trump?
What the hell?
I know. And before some effing idiot goes, that's because you're alt-right Yazzies. No, we actually are leading left. So
I didn't vote for Trump.
Nothing to do with Trump.
I don't give a shit. I'm just like, you don't remake Ghostbusters. It looked like dog shit. Nobody went to go see it because it looked like a shitty movie.
Yeah, and they're saying that, although reception for the film was a solid 74% score on Rotten Tomatoes, you mean with the critics that were the media who were out there, pushing this narrative, and a B+ on Cinema Score. Of course, again, the critics, that's what it was counting. It found itself losing family audiences and sci-fi fans to better received films like The Secret Life of Pets and Star Trek Beyond.
That's pretty bad when you're losing, but it wasn't really family friendly. Then again, the first Ghostbusters, let's be honest, the first Ghostbusters wasn't very family friendly either. It was
I went to see it when I was a kid.
Yeah, it was basically Stripes with ghosts. Mm-hmm. It wasn't terribly family friendly.
It wasn't as bad as Stripes.
And that wasn't as bad as Stripes, but had the same. Obviously, we had the same people working on it, but it had the same kind of vibe.
Yeah, it wasn't
to it.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad. I wouldn't say it was the same as Stripes.
No,
anyway.
No, but what is going on? He is still salty that Sony looked at this, they're like, yeah, I think we're just going to go back and do a Ghostbusters 3.
And you know what? The reception for the Ghostbusters 3 was through the roof. Everybody liked it.
Through the roof.
And you know what? They went with a mixed cast. It wasn't, and the main character seems to be a little girl.
Yeah.
So it wasn't because, it's because, you hate women. That's not the case. It's stupid. It's stupid to try to pit women against men at this point. It's absolutely dumb. But beyond that, it was, why couldn't you just do a direct sequel? It's not even about who's cast as lead. It's about the fact that it's a sequel. It's not a reboot. It's a sequel.
Yeah, I think he's trying very hard to angle, to justify a reason, for them to give him another sequel. But, even Dan Aykroyd was like, dude, drop the ball. He went over budget.
But when I first got, he was like,
Dan Aykroyd is all like,
the best thing ever. So, you can't really go by what Dan Aykroyd said.
Yeah, I understand your name's attached to it somewhat, you want to be, but it was a colossal missed opportunity.
But it's never his fault. It's always because people hate women.
Yeah.
It's because they were mad about Hillary Clinton. It's because of, you name it, it's everybody else's fault. It can't be because, my movie wasn't that great.
Yeah, it's not a good, just move on. Is he gonna make more movies? Because all he ever talks about is Ghostbusters from 4 years ago.
Maybe it was so bad that he won't get hired for more movies.
I don't know. I thought he was that phenomenal. I thought everybody loved this movie.
I thought, that whole dance sequence with Chris Hemsworth was just the epitome of film. And I can see why people, they really should love that sequence so much.
Well, yeah, you want to talk, because that first version we watched it on Voodoo. We bought it because we were like, well, we'll check it out, whatever. I got it for a couple bucks. And we watched the extended version, which had like 5 minutes of Chris Hemsworth cringy disco dancing,
controlling all the police and everything.
It was awful. And I'm like, yeah, we're not. And then they did the little dance for the Protect the Barrier dance.
Oh my God.
Junior high thing. I'm like, oh my God, this is bad. This is so bad. So can you imagine 3.5 hours of that?
No, I would.
3.5 hours of that.
If they were to give him money for it, then on the flip side, they would give him money for him to do it, knock himself out. But I don't want to hear about it when it doesn't do well.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree. I agree that 2016 was a very polarizing year, but not for the reasons you're saying. Like, oh, people don't like Hillary, so they didn't go see Ghostbusters because of that.
The studios and the media turned against the fans, and had they not done that, they wouldn't be facing the financial issues that a lot of them are facing now.
Yeah, I think it was about, I keep telling people that 2015 is over, and I think the seeds were planted, just at least from our perspective, like behind the scenes. It seemed like a lot of stuff started about 2012, 2013, but we really started to see the sprouts, I guess, of the seeds being planted in 2015, 2016, and that is when, again, the studios and the media that supports the studios became decidedly anti-fan. And so we've had, years of this pop culture war, and now it seems like the studios, some of them are starting to get a clue. Warner Brothers seems to be getting a clue. Looks like Sony's getting a clue. They're like, yeah, you know what? Ghostbusters is a good brand. Let's just make an actual Ghostbusters 3.
But here's the thing, beyond the whole you hate women, people said, we don't need another movie.
Yeah.
And if they said, if we do have another movie, we want a continuation. We don't want a reboot.
Yeah.
That didn't matter, because I was actually at the time like, okay, I'm not against all women being Ghostbusters, but I just don't understand why. One, I'm like, ensemble casts are better, and I think I said that. But two, I don't understand why we can't have just a direct sequel and have them be their kids or something so it ties together. Why they have to reboot it? I even said that back then.
Yeah, it was a weird decision. I think it's because, again, it's like, there was some pretty big shoes to fill. So again, people were like, well, let's just start over, But then it's like, a lot of things that people complained about for years in Ghostbusters. If you want to talk about representation, a lot of the things that people complained about for years in Ghostbusters, the same mistakes they repeated with the new Ghostbusters.
They did.
Of course, the one black character on the team is the only one that isn't a scientist.
Right.
And that was, people complained for years. They're like, why is Winston just like,
if they really wanted to change things and make it, more, progressive and more inclusive, then Patty should have been the lead scientist.
Why didn't we have any Asian characters?
There you go.
Why does it have to be 3 white women and black?
Because don't you know, in Hollywood, women equal diversity.
Okay.
Every time you turn around, if it's all women, that's fine because that's diversity.
Okay, but I'm just saying, like, all the things that they complained about with the original Ghostbusters, they repeated. Now, funny thing about Winston, if you go look into it, when Winston was supposed to be Eddie Murphy, actually was a scientist. He had a much, much bigger part, and unfortunately, they cut his part way down when Eddie Murphy backed out. But anyway, yeah, you guys, you had a chance to be really progressive.
And you didn't take it. But, you want to yell about progressivism now.
Yeah.
So, boo-hoo.
Blame Hillary Clinton. So
That's
blame
right.
Hillary.
Hillary Clinton.
Blame Hillary Clinton for the failure of Ghostbusters.
Yep.
Just stop.
Ghostbusters is dead because of Hillary Clinton.
It is. Just stop. I think these directors, these celebrities have entirely too much free time now that they're stuck at home. So they tend to ponder past mishaps, and it's not like they're working now anyway. They can't. So we're just gonna keep dredging up.
Let's just step over them.
Just step over them. Plus, right about now they would have been marketing the hell out of Ghostbusters Afterlife, and they can't do that.
And I really want to see that. I'm so bummed that got pushed back to next year.
I am incredibly salty about Ghostbusters being pushed back to next year.
Yeah.
Even Halloween would have been great.
I know why, but because of all the competition, everybody trying to cram their movies in. Yeah, Halloween would have been perfect for Ghostbusters. But anyway, let's wrap this up.
All right, so let's wrap it up. I'm sure he's going to just keep talking until Afterlife comes out. And even when Afterlife comes out, he's somehow going to make it about himself, about 2016, and about Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
Because it never ends.
It never does end.
All right, so we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.